The Denver Broncos just made some routine housekeeping moves ahead of training camp officially getting underway. Bringing in this tweet from Mike Kliss, per the transaction wire, the Broncos have placed Drew Sanders, Caden Stearns, and Delarian Turner-Yell on PUP. Drew Sanders, of course, tore his Achilles early in the offseason program. Caden Stearns ruptured his patella in week 1 of last season, and Delarian Turner-Yell tore his ACL in week 17 of last season. All of these players are eligible to return off of PUP at any given time, so whenever they are medically cleared, they can be activated and they can participate in training camp or in the preseason. Drew Sanders, of course, he's not going to be ready to go until at least October. Caden Stearns, we'll have to see where he is in terms of his timeline, and I'm not expecting Delarian Turner-Yell to be an active participant at all in training camp this year. He might get back early in the beginning of the regular season, but that remains to be seen. He suffered that ACL injury, obviously, at the back end of last year, so it kind of remains to be seen where the timeline is for Delarian Turner-Yell. The Broncos did get some good news, though, as Greg Dulcich and Audric Estime were able to avoid the PUP list. Greg Dulcich, of course, is coming off of foot surgery that he had back in, I believe it was January. He had what he called bony issues with his feet, basically, and they were bony feet, so they went in, surgically repaired them, and the hope is that the hamstring injuries and these foot injuries are finally behind Greg Dulcich. Then, in terms of Audric Estime, he ended up tweaking his knee during the first week of OTAs, and he underwent arthroscopic knee surgery that Sean Payton described as minor enough for him to return in time to start training camp. Then, in an article that Mike Kliss released earlier today, Adam Troutman actually ended up missing some time in minicamp with a hamstring issue. That's the first time that I'm hearing about this. Troutman should be good to go for training camp as well. So that's kind of where things are in terms of injuries for the Denver Broncos. We had already heard the other day that Blake Watson was going to be going on PUP as well, or actually he went on NFI, and that indicated that he suffered the injury at some point between minicamp and now. It was an injury that happened away from team facilities, even though he was maybe doing a football-related activity. If it wasn't in the building at Broncos Park powered by Common Spirit, then it would have to be an NFI situation there for Blake Watson. So that again indicates that Watson suffered this injury at some point during the vacation break, and he will be hopefully back sooner rather than later. So that's the latest update on injuries for the Denver Broncos. Good news as far as Audric Estime and Greg Dulcich are concerned, but for Drew Sanders, Caden Stearns, and Delarian Turner-Yell, it's obviously going to need some more time. All right, Broncos country, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are 2 free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.